How's it going, lads? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about something that we actually never talk about on this channel. We're going to talk rebel songs. But today we're not just talking about any rebel songs, right? So most of these songs that we listen to, that we know and love, the majority of them have been written after the events. They've been written in later years, looking back at these historic events from the past. And there's very few what I like to call original rebel songs. Songs that actually came from this time. Songs that were actually sung by these Irish people fighting for Irish freedom. So if we're looking at songs that were written about up to the 1920s in Ireland, there's actually only two main original rebel songs that were sang by Irish freedom fighters. Number one on the list is a song that was sang during the 1916 Easter Rising. It was sang during the Irish War of Independence, it was sang during the Civil War, and it was also sang during the Troubles. This song dates back to the 1700s and it's still as popular today as it ever was. And this one is called O Roche de bhFiann. This is a really unusual song because there's actually two versions of this song. There's the original that dates back to the 1700s and there's the song that we know today. Now, the original song that dates back to the 1700s and the version that we know today, lyrically there's not a huge difference, but the small differences that were made are huge. First of all, the name of the song, O Roche de bhFiann. Oro is a lilt or a refrain. It's not exactly a word. And She de bhFiann means welcome home. So the origins of the original song, they're not exactly known. However, we do know it dates back to the 1700s Jacobite rebellion, which aimed to overthrow the Protestant English monarchy and place Bonnie Prince Charlie on the throne. The original O Roche de bhFiann is a song written in support of Bonnie Prince Charlie. Irish people hoped that he would come into power. As he was a Catholic, they kind of presumed that he would be sympathetic towards Irish Catholics, I guess. The original song welcomes Bonnie Prince Charlie to Ireland and looks forward to him banishing all of the British landlords in the country. So the song that we know today has the exact same original chorus as the 300-year-old song. It's just the verses that have changed. The verses were rewritten in the early 1900s by Irish Republican leader and poet Mr. Patrick Pearse. So I guess the main question here is, why did Patrick Pearse rewrite the verses of this old song? To be honest, the original lyrics in this song had absolutely no relevance to what was going on in Ireland in the early 1900s when Patrick rewrote them. The song was written about Bonnie Prince Charlie coming to Ireland with French and Spanish warriors. This had absolutely no relevance in Ireland's fight for freedom in 1916. A song about a Scottish man bringing Spanish and French warriors to Ireland was hardly going to inspire Irish rebels to fight for independence. Patrick Pearse wanted to emphasise the Irishness of the fighters in this song, so he substituted Bonnie Prince Charlie for Grace O'Malley. Grace O'Malley, or Granula, was known as the Sea Queen or the Pirate Queen of the west of Ireland. So there's our first change to emphasise the Irishness of this song. The second change that Patrick Pearse made in this song was a line that originally said, Beg she'd leis an Frankig is Spánig, which means they'll be with him, French or Spanish. He changed this to Gael féin ní Frankig ná Spánig, which means Gaels they, neither French nor Spanish. Here we can see again, Patrick Pearse wanted to emphasise the Irishness of the people in this song. He said that Grace O'Malley would come across the sea with Irish warriors, not French or Spanish. This was an Irish war that was to be fought by Irish people and we didn't need aid from any other country. And thanks to Mr. Patrick Pearse, or Pádraig Mac Piarsaigh, this song lives on 300 years later, and to be honest, this song is as popular today as it ever was. The second original rebel song that dates back to the early 1900s that was actually sung by Irish rebels was written by a very important Irish songwriter. He was a veteran of 1916, he was an uncle of Dominic and Brendan Bheatha, and he's the author of Ireland's national anthem. This song is called The Soldier Song. All the way back in the year 1910, Peadar Carney wrote the lyrics to this song in a cafe on O'Connell Street in Dublin. He got one of his best childhood friends, Patrick Heaney, to put music to this song. One of the greatest things about this song is that Peadar actually includes some Irish history in it. He references the Barnaboil, which is the Gap of Danger. This is a reference to the Three Bullet Gate in New Ross in County Wexford, where Oliver Cromwell attacked when he arrived in 1649, and also the United Irishmen of the 1798 rebellion attacked during the Battle of New Ross. This song immediately became popular with the Irish Volunteers. It was sung in 1916. It was sung in the Irish War of Independence as a marching song. It was sung during the Irish Civil War by both pro-treaty and anti-treaty men. And most importantly, this song is Ireland's national anthem. Not exactly this version of it, it was translated as Gaeilge into the Irish language in Frangach by a man called Liam O'Reen in 1916. And the translation of this song is called Amhrán na bhFiann, and Amhrán na bhFiann is Ireland's national anthem. And an interesting topic when talking about rebel songs, and especially the controversy around them, is that our national anthem is a rebel song. And not only is it a rebel song, the reason that that song was ever popular was because of the Irish volunteers, was because of the Irish Republican Army. So those are the two original Irish rebel songs that were written not after the events had happened, looking back at historic events. These were two original songs that were sung by Irish freedom fighters. So we had Ó Róise the bhFiann, and we had the soldier song, aka Amhrán na bhFiann. I hope you enjoyed this video, lads, and if you want to learn more about Irish rebel songs and the history behind them, you can pick up a copy of my brand new book, The Top 10 Irish Rebel Songs, which I'll have linked below in the description. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a million, lads.